Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, scholars and dignitaries, welcome to another episode. Welcome to my world. So, everyone knows the story of Thanksgiving, or so they think. The Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock on December 11th, 1620, and their first winter was devastating. The Pilgrims actually had lost some 46 members of the original 102 Pilgrims who sailed on the Mayflower. That's about 45% of their entire community. The crop harvest of 1621, though, was a good one, and the remaining colonists celebrated with a feast. This included about 90 Indians, Native Americans, members of the Wampanoag tribe, who, with their chief Massasoit, had helped the Pilgrims survive the devastating first year. That first feast actually lasted 3 days, and while history might suggest that they ate turkey as their primary meat, in all reality they most probably ate duck, as waterfowl were abundant in the Bay Area. Massasoit, the chief of the Wampanoag tribe, also sent his men to hunt deer, as venison was a very popular meat too. So together they also ate cabbage, onions, squash, and ground corn in a type of a corn oatmeal. But there's actually another story altogether. Now, Thanksgiving is a holiday, a national holiday, and yes, it has remained a religious holiday in every respect. There are numerous historical precedents demonstrating that America was deeply committed to religion, and American history does recognize the importance of a thanksgiving to God by both the earliest settlers as well as by the vast majority of Americans throughout this time. But more interesting, however, is the fact that the real and the first Thanksgiving was a Catholic feast. One researcher, Michael Gannon, found that St. Augustine, Florida, the nation's oldest city, was the actual site of the nation's first Thanksgiving. In reality, the nation's first Thanksgiving took place in 1565 when the Spanish founder of St. Augustine, Pedro Menendez de Avila, and 800 Spanish settlers shared in a Catholic Mass of Thanksgiving. As according to Gannon, who is a historical expert on Florida, following the religious service, Menendez had a communal meal shared by the Spaniards and the Saloy natives who lived in the landing site. Thus, there was a Thanksgiving between the settlers and Native Americans in the New World. It was just that the first Thanksgiving in the New World was actually in 1565 and not 1621, and it was celebrated with a holy Catholic Mass followed by a wonderful feast of blessed food. But the second discovery is that Thanksgiving itself was then lost and not held again for many years. It wasn't until June of 1676 that Thanksgiving was again proclaimed. On June 20th of that year, the Governing Council of Charlestown, Massachusetts, held a meeting to determine how best to express thanks to God for the good fortune their community had seen, and they proclaimed June 29th as a day of Thanksgiving. And then Thanksgiving was forgotten again until October of 1777, 100 years later, when the colonists once again joined in a Thanksgiving celebration. George Washington later proclaimed a national day of Thanksgiving in 1789, and in 1863, President Lincoln proclaimed the last Thursday in November as a national day of Thanksgiving. And since then, Thanksgiving has been proclaimed by every president after Lincoln. So the real Thanksgiving, the first Thanksgiving, was Catholic and truly was a Catholic feast day, a Catholic holy day. Either way, both the Spaniards and the Pilgrim colonists realized that America is a blessed land and a blessing for the world and a gift to be treasured and honored. America is blessed and protected by the hand of the Almighty above. It would befit us all to continue these prayers of praise and thanks for the gifts and blessings that the Almighty has extended and for all that America has been blessed with. And to America, God has shed his grace on thee and crowned your good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Hey, be safe, be well, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and be thankful each and every day. And may God bless.